Warning: sensitive images.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
It's important for us each as individuals to feel like we're not engaging in any harm to animals. I mean, I think that's a very important psychological aspect of veganism, and it's why I do it, because I don't want to engage in any suffering.
Supreme Master Ching Hai gladly present Bruce Wagman the Shining World Compassion Award with all love, gratitude, and best wishes as you continue to nobly safeguard the welfare of the animal people. May God protect you and your loved ones always. A Worldview of Animal Law interview with Bruce Wagman, vegan, part 2 of 2. Continue watching to find out more.
Not to vegan, cause you never like the right choice.
The lovely people of the Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic in Azerbaijan say, Man seni seviram. That means, I love you, in Azerbaijani. Compassionate viewers, I am Hannah. The sincere Nakhchivani people invite you to join the prayer for humankind's discovery of their true compassionate nature. Welcome to part 2 of the two-part program entitled A Worldview of Animal Law, interview with Bruce Wagman, vegan. Expert strategist and true friend to animal people, Bruce Wagman is a law attorney who has defended the rights and safety of people from the animal kingdom for almost 3 decades. His endeavors have covered a wide range of legal matters, including litigation, education, legislation, overseeing rescue operations, and consultation. Mr. Wagman has published 2 major works, including the leading casebook for law schools nationwide, Animal Law, Cases and Materials, and a global survey of animal laws entitled A Worldview of Animal Law. Today, we have the privilege of continuing this interview with Bruce Wagman as he talks about some of the cases that he has been involved in or observed. Mr. Wagman reflects on how these have made a difference to animal people law and had a positive impact for many animal kingdoms.
We saved 350 dogs. That made a positive impact, not just on animals, but that case was very important because it opened up the idea that this could be done. And a lot of people followed along with that. I was involved in a very important case involving the gray wolves in the Western Great Lakes of America that was brought under the Endangered Species Act. And that established significant law that's being used subsequently in other cases. The cases we've done regarding the humane confinement of farm animal laws in California, one's called Prop 2 and then Prop 12, those have been very important cases as well.
Proposition 12, or Prop 12, is self-titled The Prevention of Cruelty to Farm Animals Act. In 2018, over 60% of Californians voted for the proposition to protect farmed animal people. 4 years later, the law has yet to be fully implemented, and animal people such as egg-giving chicken ladies, pig mothers, and cow babies are still confined without room to turn around freely, fully extend their limbs, stand up or lie down.
That's the case that's up before the Supreme Court, so we'll see where it goes. But we have won so far, and those have been very important cases because they have, number one, upheld the law, and so farm animals are being treated better because of the law currently. And number two, they've given other states the knowledge that that's a possibility.
Attorney Bruce Wagman speaks about some of the challenges faced with current animal people laws.
There are so many challenges. Challenges include a lack of enforcement sometimes, where we'll have an animal law like the animal cruelty laws that exist in every state, but that they won't be enforced sufficiently. And you or I might think that's obviously animal cruelty, but you won't be able to get a prosecutor or a judge to agree that it's animal cruelty. Likewise, in a lot of states, there just aren't protective laws. California and Massachusetts are the only two states that have completely comprehensive laws protecting egg-laying hens and pregnant pigs and veal calves. Other states have some piece of those laws, but nothing comprehensive like California and Massachusetts. So all those states that have the majority, they're not changing. So that's the challenge, is getting through that way, or figuring out how to make legislation at a federal level, which will impact all 50 states. And then on the litigation side, on the lawsuit side, it's being able to change the hearts and minds of judges to realize that there should be some different consideration for animals when considering animal-related cases. Laws are made by the people, sometimes by the populace, by the citizens, and sometimes by legislators, but they've got to be popular in nature, right? A majority of the people have to support them. So many of the groups I work with are constantly trying to get new laws enacted and introduced. But if you're not going to have people who believe in them and support them, then you're not going to get anywhere.
I stopped eating meat some years ago when I looked at the pork chop on my plate and thought, this represents fear, pain, death. Then Dr. Jane Goodall, DBE, began.
Kind viewers, let's take a moment to pray for all the courageous animal people lawyers and give thanks for their noble work. We'll be right back here on Supreme Master Television. Welcome back to A Worldview of Animal Law interview with Bruce Wagman, vegan, part 2 of 2. The future for animal people lawyers has improved. Animal people law has become one of the fastest growing areas of study in the US, greatly due to the actions of attorneys like Bruce Wagman. Bruce speaks about some of his upcoming projects.
So new cases coming up in the next few weeks include a new pet custody case, a new wild horse case. So we'll be suing the federal government over their treatment of wild horses on federal land. I also do a lot of work with the San Francisco SPCA with a program called Shelter PALS, and PALS stands for Policy and Legal Services. And so there's constantly new work there trying to increase access to care for people with companion animals around California, access to veterinary care, access to shelter care.
Bruce Wagman has some helpful suggestions for other lawyers wanting to help animal people.
What I would say to new animal lawyers is start early and always have your eyes on the prize. That's a term I like to use. Like, think about what you're trying to do. If you get mired up in the suffering, then you may not be able to go on. Think about what changes you could make. What I try to do in my work is I try to place myself in the bodies of the animals I'm trying to help. And if you think about that and think about what you could do for them, then that's going to keep you going.
We asked Mr. Wagman if more people are recognizing citizens of the animal kingdom as sentient beings.
Yeah, we've definitely made a lot of strides, a lot of advances. Things like the California laws for humane confinement of farm animals is one example, but there's so many advances. And I think it is in part because the people in power, like legislators and judges, are recognizing that even though animals are considered property under the law, that they're not like your car or your computer, and that we care about them and we can't help but care about them. But we've still got a long way to go. It is getting more complex, and we are making advances. There's no question about that. It's one of the reasons to keep going.
Attorney Bruce Wagman offers his advice on what every person can do to have a lasting impact on improving animal people rights and welfare.
It's important for us each as individuals to feel like we're not engaging in any harm to animals. I mean, I think that's a very important psychological aspect of veganism, and it's why I do it, because I don't want to engage in any suffering. So I think education is really important, as well as establishing laws that will protect the animals, because that's what's going to keep the people who aren't vegan and don't care from doing the more harmful things. I think everybody can participate in this movement, and part of that definitely is going vegan or even going vegetarian, doing something in the direction of less harm to animals. I also think everybody can get involved with laws, with supporting laws, with programs that are supporting animals. I'm a firm believer that the work I do is not the most important work. I think the most important people doing the kind of work I do or in the same area are the people in farm sanctuary and other animal sanctuaries who are taking care of those animals every day. There's that saying that saving one dog will not change the world, but it will change that dog's world forever. I'm a firm believer in that, because we're never going to save them all, but for each one of them we save, we've made their lives completely different forever. So everybody can do that.
Our heartfelt gratitude to Bruce Wagman for sharing his expertise and experiences with us and inspiring us to do more to help our beloved animal friends. We wish him every success in his life-saving legal advocacy for our precious animal co-inhabitants. Supreme Master Ching Hai gladly present Bruce Wagman the Shining World Compassion Award with all love, gratitude, and best wishes as you continue to nobly safeguard the welfare of the animal people. May God protect you and your loved ones always.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, is deeply grateful to the most merciful, beloved God for all the financial help, comfort, and support to the afflicted and needy and/or any good cause over the years. As a humble vessel for Here's compassion and love toward Here's precious children.
For more information on the Worldview of Animal Law, please visit cap-press.com and search for a Worldview of Animal Law.
Vegan, because the way you partake in the torture and death of the animal people, you'll get the same treatment in hell.
Blessed viewers, thank you for joining us today. Coming up next is the Indo-Pacific maroon clownfish people, right after noteworthy news, here on Supreme Master Television. May your hearts flourish with compassion and faith evermore.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/UL.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule et suprememastertv.com/UL.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule y suprememastertv.com/UL.
ਸਾਡੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਪੇਸ਼ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਨ ਅਨੇਕ ਭਾਸ਼ਾਵਾਂ। ਕਿਰਪਾ ਦੇਖੋ suprememastertv.com/schedule ਅਤੇ suprememastertv.com/UL